Hello class, I'm Lasheria Sprinkle and I decided to do my vlog on athletes who should have stayed in college one more year. My thoughts on that is I feel like you should stay in college all 4 years because education is key. Like education is the main reason behind you playing sports. You know that you came to college. And I feel like you should get your whole experience because who says if you go pro you're going to want to go back after all those years of getting however much money and you're going to want to go back to school, sit in somebody's class and, sit through a lecture. So I feel like it's very key that you stay in college all 4 years before you decide to go pro. Athletes that did the opposite are like OJ Mayo and Michael Crabtree, I think. Yeah, Michael Crabtree. They decided to put their education on hold and they decided to go pro, at an early age. And in the beginning, it may have looked good for them, but the outcome wasn't so good. Like OJ Mayo wasn't so good of an outcome. Um, Another player who I can relate to personally that jumped out of college too quick was Austin Rivers, who is just Doc Rivers, former coach of the Boston Celtics and now current coach of the LA Clippers son. He's around 23 years of age. He played 1 year at Duke and then he put his name in the draft pool for the NBA. I feel like he should have stayed in college a little more. Not saying he's a bad player, but I feel like him being in the NBA right now stunt his growth that he had to come along, that he would grow in college. I feel like he should have taken those years seriously and he should have stayed because who knew how great of a player he would have been by the time he would have been done with college. Um, Leaving school too early to go pro, it has its pros and cons. Like I feel like the pros are like it can get you ready for life and makes you become an adult quicker. But at the same time, you getting thrown in the fire, not technically saying that you're gonna be able to sustain the fire. Like you need to have something to back it up. Like what if you get injured seriously or something major happened to you? I mean, you can't fall back on, oh, I play football, I play basketball, I'm a professional athlete, because now you're just an injured professional athlete without an education. Like, you should have stayed in college. Um, I feel like you should want to stay in college so you can get on the right level. Like, make the smartest decision to ensure that your future would be bright. Because, like I said earlier, playing pro sports is not promised forever. Like, some athletes who actually, and I have to get my paper for this, but some athletes who actually did it, was like the Minnesota Vikings, Cordell Patterson. He was a great wide receiver, 29th overall in the 2013 NFL draft. Instead of flourishing his sophomore season, he wavered it and he only caught 33 balls for 384 yards and 1 touchdown. He probably would have been a little better had he stayed in college and worked on his routing more. Not saying that he's a bad football player, but I feel like he could have enhanced his game. Like he could have had different aspects of his game, and he could have had a more promising future. Um, and that's it. My personal intake is stay in college, get all the education that you can while you can, and while you will want to, because playing professional sports, it ain't a promising future. Like you can get injured and now everything's down the drain. So I feel like you should stay in college all your years.